and welcome to another episode of the Bleeding Metal podcast. My name is Pia, and today we are doing a special thing. We are recording our opinion about the new Jinjer album, Duél, separately. So you're gonna hear my opinion, and then Kiki and Susanna will also tell you what they think about it. So first of all, the album was released on February 7th, 2025 via Napalm Records, and it has a duration of 43 minutes and 11 tracks. So some of them have been released before, for example, Someone's Daughter, which is a track that, of course, caught our attention. The title is very special, and the song is about women who are working in men's fields and who are planning the field for other women so that it might be easier for them. So, of course, we all know it is very hard to work in men-dominated fields because women are often underestimated. And that's how I understand that's what the song is about. In general, I like a lot about the album that it's very hard, very dark also. It has a lot of harsh vocals, which I enjoy a lot at the moment because I enjoy death metal more, classical death metal at the moment, before metalcore and melodic death metal. And so, that was very welcome in my ears. So the song that I liked best was Dark Bile. Of course, all the songs are a bit tricky to listen to because we all know Jinjer is also a very progressive band. The musicians are all very skilled. You can hear that, of course, in the instruments, but also there are some songs with more clean vocals, and Tatiana Shmayluk, the vocalist of Jinjer, is also a very, very skilled clean vocalist. We all know that the song Pisces that got viral and that made the band famous. What we should not forget is that Jinjer is a band from the Ukraine, and there is still war going on with Russia. And I'm not 100% sure, maybe the others will tell you, that the musicians are not in the Ukraine at the moment, because if they would go there, they might have to go to the army, at least the male band members. So they might have this all in their heads while composing, while recording, while working on the album, while bringing this new music to us. And of course, that all, you cannot shake it off when you're working in a creative way, or maybe you cannot shake it off at all. I'm lucky that I have never been in a situation like this. And so, we should not forget that. And you can interpret that in the album because, as I said, it's very dark, it's very brutal. And that's something that always, makes me think. Also, the album title Duel, we could interpret something like this is also a duel between the two countries. I don't know, we could put it like this, but maybe my thoughts are going in the wrong direction. But so I'm always impressed that they go on, that they also try to make people in the metal scene aware that there is still this war going on in their home country. Putting out an album with such a title and with an artwork with the two bullets and blood spread over a white, I don't know, the white background. It also catches the attention when you see that. So that's a very smart thing to do, and I hope that they reach their goal if they have one. I can only recommend, if you like heavier music, if you like progressive music, then give the album a listen. And now I'm very curious to get to know what the others think about it.
Hi everyone, this is Kiki, and my review of Jinjer's new album Duél will probably be very, very short. I have to say, first of all, that it's really, really impressive to hear the word bourgeoisie in harsh vocals that well pronounced and enunciated. That takes a lot of skill, and of course, Tatiana has all of them harsh vocal skills. As Pia was saying, she also has amazing clean vocals. So that is also something to be said and something that we can hear a lot in this album. I also really liked the themes of social justice and women's rights that are really relevant nowadays. And otherwise, musically, the whole album is very Jinjer. There's not a lot of new stuff. And I have to say, apart from the singles, not a lot sticks or stuck to my brain, which is why I have repeatedly listened to the album. But my favorite song is still one of the singles, Green Serpent. It is a very well produced album, and I really like it as a whole. It's not going to be my album of the year, though. And yeah, otherwise, I hope you are enjoying Jinjer's music, and I send you nice, sunny greetings from Ecuador. See you soon.
Hello, everyone. Susanna here. I am so happy we are discussing this album because it was really an album that grew on me. I think I was more or less on Kiki's team, that I wasn't too impressed with some of the singles that were released before. I really liked Someone's Daughter, which I think it was the first single out of this album. But then I didn't pay attention to the rest of the singles, and now I got to listen to the whole thing. And I listened to the album again and again in preparation for discussing the album with you. And I really liked it. I'm so happy with this album. I think I have always admired Jinjer for the progressive stuff that they do. Of course, they have always been a very skilled and talented band, but I'm more to the heavier side of things. So now that they are doing stuff that is a bit heavier, together with the progressiveness that they have always offered us, I think they are closer to me now. So I really like the opening song, the opening track, Tantrum, is the right kind of heavy and progressive for me. And I really like Fast Draw as well. I think it's one of the heaviest tracks in the album that also really won my heart. I like it when albums have layers. So I really like when I don't necessarily love it right away, but I like it, but I still have to listen to it closely. And I think this album does that. I think you discover more the more you listen to it. And it happened to me that, for example, the song Duél was one track that I liked immediately, just the melody, just the music of it. But I would listen to the album again and again, just, doing chores around the house. So I would listen to this song while, doing the dishes. So not paying attention really. But when I saw the music video and I read the lyrics, I was like, oh. So I love when it happens that a already good song becomes even better in your heart. I really like the lyrics. I think, like Pia mentioned, it can be interpreted as the duel of two countries. I think it has to do with the artwork as well in the whole album. And of course, there's still a war going on in Ukraine, so it's never lost on anyone. But I like that the lyrics for me was also something about two parts of the same person dueling each other, and like the old you being gone and the new you conquering that space, and then you grow and then you're the new you. But there is always going to be difficult, having the duel between the two parts of yourself. I don't know. I kind of went to a more personal interpretation of the song, although I feel like it can be just both. But I really like it, and I like when an album or a song does that to you, that you have to read into the lyrics, pay more attention. One of other highlights for me was, of course, Someone's Daughter. I think it's a lot of other people's favorite as well. Maybe this song also resonated with a lot of women who listen to the band. Of course, it also relates to a lot of stuff that we talk on this podcast frequently. And yes, the song and the video is about women occupying spaces in male-dominated fields. But I think it's also about how, in order to do that, sometimes women have to be more masculine. Sometimes women have to be, quote unquote, one of the guys. So maybe there is also something lost in that, that you have to kind of not be the feminine you in order to occupy those spaces. So I really like the lyrics on this one as well. Another one that I really liked was Kafka, because I'm always a sucker for book references in music, especially when it's not lazy, when it's not just like I'm going to use the author's name as the title of the song and that's a book reference. That's not the case here. The lyrics are very good as well. And another highlight for me was Green Serpent, because yeah, the singing is just beautiful on this one. I think a lot of other people have also commented on that online. And yeah, it just goes to show once again how talented Tati is. And I think for her, it's not that she can do both the growlings and the clean singing. I think she's amazing because she can do a lot with both of those two types of singing, and she combines them beautifully. And also, of course, the band is so super skilled that they can do that. So yeah, Green Serpent is the song that I'm getting on my repeat list on the streaming platforms. Anyway, I'm really happy that this album exists, and I think it's going to be the album that will bring me closer to Jinjer. Jinjer is finally winning that big spot in my heart. Is my favorite album by the band so far, and it's one of my favorite albums of the year. Let's see how it goes the rest of the year, but it already got a spot in my list for sure.